Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Minecrafters of all ages, welcome back to Ultimate Bedrock. And for those of you that may not know, Ultimate Bedrock is basically a tutorial style series, and we do everything pretty much on camera. All the resource gathering and everything is done on stream, and then we have these videos where I come in and I do these tutorials. We did our cozy starter base with realistic beginner material style build. And today's goal, we want to get us a basement in, we want to get us a cellar, and get the outside of our base decorated up. And that's going to be the goal for today of part 2 of this starter base series. So let's go ahead and get started. So what we want to do is we want to put our basement right here. So let's go ahead and chop that out. And actually, let's get us some dark oak logs and some ladders so that we can get in and out of there. Our dark oak planks, and we can use those to make some ladders. We have a crafting table on us. Yes, we do. Alright, so basically what we want to do to start with is we want to put a trap door here. So if I can get off the staircase, we'll go ahead and throw our trap door right there. There we go. And now we can whoop, drop right down. And we want to dig this down 4 blocks. We've already got 1 block here, so we need to go down 3 more. And let's go ahead and get our we can throw our plank there. So there's 2. There's 3, and that right there will be 4, right? So let's put our crafting table here, make us our ladders, one, 2, and 3. So now we can actually go ahead, and what we want to do is we want to take this all the way over here to where our cobblestone is, and we're going to actually end up replacing these walls right here with more cobblestone. Ooh, we went a little far. Let's pay a little bit more attention to that. The corners aren't necessary, but I'm going to dig this all out, including I believe we want to take out the block we're standing on also. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll come back into you and we'll continue on. So again, your block palette may be different than mine. It may not be. You may want to use different blocks down here for this purpose. That's not what this is so much about. I mean, the whole point is to be able to use early game resources and what you have available. You might want to use wood or whatever. I mean, that's not the problem. You can use whatever block you would like, and I did go up top to get cobblestone and came back, and it was just dark enough that a creeper was able to spawn in here and blow some stuff up. But now we're getting these walls back in, and we will get some light in here before it gets too dark on us. Let's go ahead and pop that there. Now we want to, this is going to be our floor level, right? Let's go ahead and put this there, and let's get another ladder here. So we've got a nice little ladder up, and I came down one deeper than what I was originally. And let's go ahead and I want to use copper down here. You guys can use whatever you want, and you may want a completely level floor. You may not want to go with the same design as far as the pop outs on the edges that I'm doing here, and that's perfectly fine. Whoa, that was crazy. Let me check out what's going on with my recording software, and then we'll finish this up. Okay, so basically this is going to be storage for me. So full blocks on the outside, and I want to use copper down here. The copper will be bottom because it's because I'm using the bottom slabs. It'll be a non-spawnable blocks, and then of course the chests themselves will be non-spawnable. So you know, I can have it as dark in there as I would like, and I won't have anything to worry about. I believe that should be enough, but we're gonna take this just in case and go back down our little chute here into the basement and go ahead and finish this off. And then we're gonna go ahead and once I get this all in, we'll go ahead and add our chest. And yeah, see, that wasn't enough. Well, that was strange. So we'll go ahead and get our chest in, and we will be able to move our resources from outside into our new basement. If you have access to wax, you may want to, and you're using copper, you may want to wax this at a particular stage or whatever. I personally, I'm just gonna let it fully oxidize. I think you know, it'll help give it more of that basement vibe. But I didn't really see the point in setting it out to oxidize when I could go ahead and put it in and, you know, kind of use it as a timestamp for how much time's gone by since we've laid this foundation. And that's kind of the way I like to do things when I play. Now that we've got everything moved into here, out of our chest outside, we are almost officially moved off of the beach. We have these few things left here, and it's really nice that we get these turtles spawning in on this beach and stuff, so we definitely want to preserve that. But now we can actually come around back and begin work on a cellar, which will actually serve as a way to get down to our mine. So that's just a really cool idea to expand onto your starter base and kind of conceal your mine without having to, you know, go through your house or whatever, or go very far. You can come up, you're relatively safe by the time we get this done to get back into your base early game. And the basement, I mean, you can use your basement for whatever you want. The whole point is it adds a little bit more room to what is a simple starter house. You're really getting a lot of space out of here compared to what you would with a lot of your other starter bases. So some of you may remember that we built our house here right at the entrance of our staircase there to our mines. So I want to come out off of this with 4 slabs, and then basically I want to use stairs to kind of bring it down just like that. And we're going to do this on both sides. Let me get that faced up correctly. And we're going to need some more stairs, so let's go ahead and get our crafting table down. We can throw it over here for now. We'll make some planks, and about 12 more steps are to do it. We don't need a whole lot. And I placed the block instead of the stairs. So we're going to put that there like that, and we're going to bring these out here, and we're going to repeat that on this side. And I'm using dark oak because that was you know, kind of like the trim color. I went there with the shutters. You can use whatever blocks you want. It doesn't even have to be wood. That's just what I chose. And I'm gonna put an upside down staircase right there. And I'm gonna go ahead and throw me an oak door. Oops. I guess I need to do it from this direction. Go ahead and throw me an oak door right there. And we're gonna adjust this staircase in just a moment. But we're gonna want to get some cobblestone down here, right? And kind of fill that in. So with our cobblestone in hand, we're just going to fill this out to this point, and we're gonna go ahead and fill in our front here, right? And that's gonna basically seal that off from, you know, everything. And what we want is we want to change our staircase around. So we need it to kind of step down here instead of you know, the other way like it was. And we can just bring that down, and we'll kind of come down just like this right here. And now we can sort of spiral it around. Go ahead and take that out, and gonna want to go down a little bit more this way. Now I can go comfortably up without minding that, and I should be able to tie right into what I had here, just like this, right? So at this point I could either just leave it like this, or I could adjust the staircase going down, which would bring it back a little bit. And honestly, that's probably what I'll end up doing. But I just want to throw a torch right there so that we have light coming in from there. And let's go ahead and just bring that up just like that, right? So we've got no mob spawning down here, and boom, you know, we have a handy dandy little cellar. You may not, like I said, you may not want to use cobblestone or whatever. You may want a different block than what you have on your house wall, but I would recommend using the same. We used the dark oak to trim our roof with the regular oak for the actual roof itself, but that's only going to be a 3 block strip here, and that's not going to look quite right? So that's pretty much why I've done it that way. And this is could actually have set these walls in one even if you wanted, or you know, whatever your preference may be. And I mean, honestly, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna, for my preference, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna set these walls in one, so when I go in there, I am just straight up in my tunnel. There's no extra anything or whatever. And I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. And we could actually just I mean, that kind of looks a little blocky, right? We could actually even maybe even set that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set this wall in one more, right? And I'm gonna move my door in one more. So I'm gonna actually raise all this up and adjust it just that little bit there. Because I think it's gonna look a little bit smoother. Obviously you can do yours however you would like. There is no right or wrong, you know, way of doing it. It's more or less what you like for your style of building, and you're gonna get an awesome effect out of it either way, right? So we'll go ahead and put our oak door right there like that, and I think that's definitely a little bit cleaner of a look. It's less bulky and it kind of fits in a little bit better. Not sure how I managed that one. But now what we want to do is kind of create an atmosphere around our base that kind of links the cellar up to our house, but you know, also sets like a perimeter for what we have here for our base. And we want to get some decorations and some lights going and all that fun stuff. Now let's start off by adding some lights to our base. If your base is lit up, it'll help keep mobs away for you to, you know, get around a little bit, especially early game. You may not want to spend your iron on lanterns. You might want to use torches, or you might have a different light source, which is completely fine. That's completely up to you. For the aesthetics of what we're doing, I'm using lanterns. I just think they look a lot better, and that's kind of what I designed this to be. So we've got a light up there, which will shine. We'll see that from a distance pretty well. And these down here will help radiate light outwards on the beach to the water area, just to kind of help keep mobs from spawning in too close, right? So all of our mobs basically are going to spawn back there at this point, and that's fine. So what we have here is we have our entrance to our mine, right? And we want to put in like a path. And so we got let's do this number here, and we'll go, that'll be 3 back, right? And then 1, 2. We're gonna put in a proper path, so we're gonna just kind of dig this back a little bit, and beginning to come out on the corner here. So let's go ahead and, oops, let's put that back. Let's go ahead and do like this, and we'll stick with a 3 wide path through here, and we can come back and adjust it if we need to, but basically we want to tear all this out to give us room. And now we can begin to move this inwards a little bit, right? And there's our three wide path here. And I think we'll just take it one path, you know. Let's go ahead and bring it even with our staircase. That ought to be fine, right? We'll bring it right there like that, and we'll go ahead and start putting our blocks in, and it's ought to be a lot of fun to kind of get this out and designed in. So we basically want these outer edges to only kind of trim in one block at a time, right? Just like that. And we want to kind of, so we might have to replace a little bit of this dirt, like this. So we got our 3 wide path that comes, and where we shoot across, we're gonna have like 4 blocks instead of 3, but that leaves the path plenty wide enough, you know. And these only step in one at a time, which is perfect for what we want. And now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna kind of come in with our regular dirt and just lay a little bit of this around, not necessarily a whole lot, and you can texture yours however you want. That's completely up to you. You may not even want to do a path. You might just want to do like a regular path blocks, and that there's nothing wrong with that at all. And so I think we're gonna stop right there with the dirt though, because if we bring it in this way any further, the regular dirt is going to get grass grown on it, and it's just not gonna, it's gonna blend right in. So we don't have a whole lot of tuff, but I definitely want to incorporate some of that in, but I'm gonna spread it around a little more sparingly, just because we don't have a lot of it, and I want it to be one of the blocks that we use for this, right? So we're gonna do kind of like that, and then of course, you know, we're gonna want to throw in some coarse dirt. The grass will not grow on the coarse dirt, which is great. We don't have to worry about it converting, and we can use really as much of the coarse dirt as we want and it not be an issue. But before we get the coarse dirt in too many spots, I am just kind of using it as a marker to help break up the gravel, really. And we want to get quite a bit of gravel in here. I may come back at a later point, just because for what I thought I had more tuff than I did, and I would really like to get more of the tough end than the gravel. But you can, you could add in cobblestone. You could. I made my house out of cobblestone, so I'm really not incorporating that into my path. But that's completely up to you. Your path is, can be designed however you want it to be. This is just, again, ways to kind of explore and give you different perspectives on how you can do these things, and get a little more details into what you got going on with your Minecraft builds. At the end of the day, what you like is what you're going to want to use. So I'm going to get a little bit more gravel and fill this in, and then we're going to move on to finishing up the outside here. So when you're trying to liven up your area and make it look good, leaves will definitely help bring a little bit of life to it and help give it a little bit of a complete feel, so to speak. So make sure you add plenty of leaves to your builds for that regard. And I mean, all I can say is you're gonna be happy with it. And I'm just gonna add these in here like this on each side, just like that. And I'm actually going to bring it out. No, I'll get that back in a minute. um, I had some dark oak leaves. I've had some azalea leaves. Um, just, you don't really necessarily have to go overboard, but a little bit of life will go a long ways. A little bit of greenery will help bring out a lot of your area, and that adds a lot to it in the long run. I do believe I have iron on me. Yeah, so let's get some shears. Let's make some sticks. We're gonna need plenty of sticks. And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna basically set our perimeter, so to speak. And we're gonna need some oak planks. We're gonna make one fence gate and a bunch of fences. And so what we're gonna do now is start to outline our area here. We're gonna bring out our fences like this. Go ahead and throw our gate right there. So it's kind of center of our door. And we're just gonna outline this, and we're gonna leave these unconnected. We can easily get through here. That means mobs can too, but it looks a lot better than having the rigged zigzags of that you would end up with otherwise. And it's not really meant to keep everything out. It's really just truly only meant for aesthetic purposes. Oops, I broke out one too many of those. Let's go ahead and get those azalea leaves back. And it looks like we are one fence short. So we're going to have to make another set. Let's go ahead and prop down our crafting table, and there we go, and boom. So now, just like that, we've added a lot of depth and details to the outside of our base. We have a nice little path through here, and just all in all adds a little bit more to the area. Now, one last thing I would like to get done in this episode before we end it would be to go ahead and claim our bedroom, right? So we're not sleeping outside. As you can see, we've got 4 things left out there: our crafting table, our table saw, our furnaces, and our, well, there's technically 2 furnaces, so 5 items, and our cartography table. And we will take care of all that when we do our interior decorating. But right now we're just coming into our bedroom. And you know, sometimes I like to put my bed right in front of the window like that, and I think that's exactly what I'm going to do for this as well. So you know, we've gotten quite a bit done, and we're basically moved into our home now, and there's only one more stage to completing this thing, and that'll be in episode 3. I hope you guys enjoyed expanding and doing some exterior decorative stuff around our cozy starter base. And I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning into the live streams where we gather the resources and everything, as well as watching these videos. We're on the road to 500 subscribers, and you can help get there. So if you enjoyed the episode, give the video a big thumbs up, share it with your friends, and if you're not already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any other videos. And I'll see each and every one of you in the next episode.